Hey, this is Lewis from Breakdance, and in this video, I'm proud to show you Breakdance, the website builder you always wanted. Breakdance is now available in alpha. You can download it for free at breakdance.com and play around with it. In this video, I'm going to give a quick overview of Breakdance. To learn more about all of the features, go to breakdance.com because we have a number of videos. In this video, I'm just going to show some of the key features, what makes Breakdance great, what sets it apart from the competition, some of my favorite things that it does. So let's get started. Here I am in the Breakdance UI. Over here on the left, you can add elements to your page. Breakdance comes with over 100 awesome elements. I'm going to show off some of those later in this video. And then to edit an element, you just click it on the page, and it's going to pop up on the left here. Your element properties, your text, your design options, various advanced settings. We have a quick way to open other pages, so you don't have to go back to the WordPress admin. You can see the page you're editing right here. You just click this and you can search and then just click a page to open it. For responsive, you just click the responsive icon. Breakdance supports unlimited custom breakpoints and has some cool responsive features, which I may get into later. They're also detailed in more detail on the website. Let's go back to the desktop view here. If you do something you don't want to do, like delete an element, you've got undo and you've got redo. You have a structure panel over here that'll show everything on your page. You have global settings, which is a really cool feature of Breakdance I'm going to show later in this video. We have the best global settings that have ever been seen in a visual builder. We have classes and selectors and visual controls for editing those classes, including hover styles. You can create any custom selector you want, so the advanced users are going to love that. We have a history panel. The history panel is going to show you everything you've done on the page, so you can step through it like undo and redo, and revisions, that's saved revisions of the page whenever you save it. Depending on how WordPress is set up, it'll create a revision, and you can restore that. Then you can click the X to exit Breakdance, either to the front end or back to WordPress. You can mouse over elements on the page, see their spacing, just drag on the spacing bar, click and drag to adjust that spacing. We have right click, so you can copy elements, you can paste elements. We have keyboard shortcuts, like I'm going to delete this element by pressing delete. I just press delete with my mouse. Command C, Command V, a number of other ones. You just press Command Shift slash or Command question mark to get all of the keyboard shortcuts up. We have dynamic data support, so if you see the database icon next to a field, dynamic data is supported. So you just click the database icon and you get the nice dynamic data chooser. It integrates with advanced custom fields and tool set. More details will be about that on the website soon, but we've got everything you could want. We've got indicator lights that show up next to any property that's actually set, which makes it easy to see where your styles are coming from. So to clear the styles for a particular property or section, you just click the X and clear it out. I'm going to hit Command Z because I want to undo that, though. I like those styles. If you want to see all of the modified styles, you can just click Modified down on the left side of the Properties panel, and this is all of the styles set for this heading. Or you can just search. For example, if you want to set the background, you just go to the search here and type in background, and here are all of your background controls for the heading. So that's pretty nice. You can assign classes to the element over in Settings, Advanced. You can do custom CSS, classes, you get existing classes or add a new one. You have your wrapper styles, wrapper hover styles, ID, custom attributes, HTML tags. Basically, all the features you could want to rapidly build websites in a nice visual interface. All right, now let's take a look at some of the features. So Breakdance supports full site editing, of course, so you can do your headers, your footers, your theme templates in Breakdance. Let's go ahead and open up this header. Just click Edit Header and open it up. And here is our header, and I should mention you can use Breakdance with a theme as well. You don't have to go themeless, so if you have an existing site, you can use Breakdance just to build your page content. But anyway, here we are. Here's a header. We have a visual drag and drop menu builder. So let's open the structure panel here and take a look at that. This is the menu builder element. You can create awesome responsive drop-down menus, fully drag and drop. You can put anything you want to drop down, right? You go to menu builder, add a menu custom drop down. let's move menu custom dropdown over to the beginning here. And here is our menu custom dropdown. You can control the position of that. I'm going to put it in the center. And you can do whatever you want to that menu dropdown, right? You want to add more padding. Let's set 100 pixels of padding on that menu dropdown. And it's annoying to have to open and close the menu dropdown when you're styling it. So go to Menu Builder and choose Keep Menu Selected while styling. And then you can do whatever you want to the menu. Click anything and the Menu Builder stays active so you can style it. So you go to desktop menu, set up your link styles. Like maybe I want underline effect on the links. Now I have one. You got your drop-down styles. Maybe I want to make my drop-down wrapper padding bigger. All right, that's too big. 100 pixels, let's go back to 50 pixels. You can set up your link styles. Everything you want to do for menus, you can do it in the drag and drop menu builder. Go to the website and watch the video on menu builder because it's awesome what you can create with it. And I go into a lot more detail in the dedicated menu builder video. Now let's take a look at some of the elements in Breakdance. So I'll close this and go over to this demo page I made with some elements on it. Breakdance has a ton of great elements. Everything you can need: icon box, image box, lists. I'll just scroll through some of them. Here we've got fancy, nice pricing tables. They look great out of the box. This is just how they look when you add them to the page, right? Let's go to Add Pricing Table, and it looks fantastic right out of the box. We've got these cool, negative, positive lists, right? If I want to say Simplified Client UI is included, I just turn off Not Included. The check mark turns green. Of course, you can style all of that over in the Design tab, everything you could want. We have icon lists. We have basic lists. This one I have set up with some default styles with emojis, but we'll just clear those out. And then you just got an HTML list. We have checkmark lists, which look nice. They show check marks. You can change the size of everything and the colors, whether it's a background or just an icon, space everything out, advanced options, everything you want. Image boxes with a button or without a button. Icon boxes, quotes, stats grids. You got your layout options. How many items per row? 3, 2, 1. Of course, that's responsive. You can make it less per row on mobile devices. Business hours, which is a nice component for showing business hours. Frequently asked questions. We have great galleries with light boxes. You can do a masonry gallery. You can do a justified gallery. You can even do multiple galleries. Galleries with tabs, right? Exteriors, interiors. We have social icons, progress bars, star rating. We have basic slider where you just fill out the content you want in your slides here. We also have advanced slider where you can put anything you want in a slider. So this is, I put a heading in the slider. Maybe I want to put an image in the slider. I could duplicate the slide. Maybe I want something totally different in the other slide. Maybe I just want an image in the other slide. Advanced slider, you can build custom sliders. Circle counter, we have tabs. We have great options for the styling. We put a lot of detail and work into our elements. We really wanted to have the best elements, and we are adding more. We're taking suggestions. So go to the website, go to the roadmap, and tell us what elements you would like to see. We do pill tabs, we can do bar tabs, standard tabs. We have image accordion, fancy image effect on mouse over there. Animated logo list, dual heading, animated heading with typing, animated heading with a rotating effect. Testimonial, nice fancy effect on that image, but we can clear that out if we want and just do a more basic effect on the image. Black and white image, shadow on the image, mask the image with a cool shape. Fancy testimonial is just a built-in element. You don't have to do anything to set up these design options. You just add a fancy testimonial and you are golden. That's how it looks out of the box. Code block with syntax highlighting, image comparison, notification bars with different styles, info, tip, warning, alert, optional link in there, optional close button, image hover cards, Google Maps, Facebook elements, Twitter elements. Code block, you can write PHP code live in the builder with syntax highlighting. You write CSS in the builder too, or JavaScript. Nice builder label for those invisible code blocks where you're going to write CSS but nothing else, and they don't appear in the builder. You can't find them. You just give it a builder label. If you don't want to see that, disable the builder label. So great elements. Over 100 elements, everything you could need. We also have some great design features. We have shape dividers, right? This is a section with the shape divider. You just go to divider. You can choose your divider. You can layer your dividers, curvy 1, curvy 2, curvy 3. Custom dividers if you want to specify your own SVG icon. Text effects. We have a text stroke effect on this text. It's not Photoshop. That really is just text that I can type just like that. We have gradients. We have multi-stop gradients. So you can do gradient text. And if you take a look at the typography effects there, this gradient has a number of stops. It's not just a two-color gradient. You can control that angle. Shift click to delete a stop. So we could just make this, red and blue, and it looked better before. We have radial gradients. We have gradient fill for icons, gradient fill for buttons. We have video backgrounds that don't play until you scroll to them, so they don't waste CPU cycles. But that's, of course, an optional feature in background. We have slideshow backgrounds, overlay options on the background. We have scrolling animations. So as you scroll the page, you can move elements, you can fade them out, you can do fancy stuff. We have entrance animations. So when you scroll down to an element, when you reach it, it'll animate as it enters the viewport. Fonts from any provider. So we support any CSS file. You're just going to paste it into your preferences, fonts, and it's just going to read the CSS file and load the fonts out of it. So Adobe Fonts, Typekit, Typography.com, any third-party provider. You can upload your own WAF files. You can use system fonts. If you wanted to use like System UI, you just type it in there and add it. It'll show up in the fonts dropdown. Of course, we have typography presets. You can save any font style you've created as a preset. You can reuse it everywhere. I'll get into that in more detail when I go to global colors. We have mask shapes. So this is an image. Let's clear out the effects. So here's the image, and then you go to mask, and you just choose your shape. And here's the TV mask shape. Lot of cool design options. Go to the website for more details, because I obviously can't show all of them in this video. But basically, everything you could want to build a great-looking website without having to know CSS or HTML or JavaScript. Anyway, now I want to show some of my favorite features of Breakdance. Two of the features, WooCommerce and global styles. And I'm going to show them both kind of at the same time. So here is a WooCommerce store created with Breakdance. And this is actually a default install of Breakdance. I didn't have to create the shop page. I didn't have to create the product page. I didn't have to create the cart page. I didn't have to create the checkout page. I didn't have to create the My Account page. This is Breakdance right out of the box. No theme, no setup. It looks fantastic by default. We have 24 WooCommerce elements, so if you want to build a fully custom store, you can do that. We've got, mini cart, it goes in the menu. We've got all the elements you could need for products. But for most stores, it looks great out of the box. And you can get everything on brand in just a few clicks. So to do that, you're going to go into the global styler. So from any page, you just go to Breakdance in your admin bar and hit Edit Global Styles. And in the global styler, you can just click around your site while editing your global styles. So I'm going to go ahead and go to colors first, and I'm going to change my brand color to purple. And you'll notice that this affects my links, my WooCommerce buttons, my radio buttons, on every page of my site. It even affects my forms. We have a form builder in Breakdance too. It affects my form buttons. It affects my shop page buttons. I can change the text color, but I like the current text color. I can customize the button styles. This is going to affect every button. It's going to affect buttons created with the button element. It's going to affect WooCommerce buttons. It's going to affect form buttons. So let's change our primary button to be, let's say we want a round primary button. Okay, and let's say we want the primary button to be maybe a little bit bigger. So we want a large primary button. Now, all of our primary buttons are going to be large. They're all going to be round. Maybe we want primary buttons to be outlined. All of our primary buttons will have an outline style. Maybe we want them all to have a 2-pixel outline width. Now they all have a 2-pixel outline width. Maybe we want to do gradient buttons. So let's clear out those styles, go to background, choose linear gradient, and let's start with a purple and go to a slightly darker shade of purple. I guess that's more like violet. Change the angle. Now all of our primary buttons everywhere on the site respect our global button styles. So that's going to help you get a consistent look across your whole site. We have global styles for all the common stuff. Let's take a look at the typography global settings. So here's a page. I created some headings. You go to typography. You can choose your heading and your body font. You can choose your base size. That's going to be your body text size. So I can make that, say, smaller, or I can make it bigger. And everything else is going to scale relative to that base size. Notice the heading is getting bigger as I make the base size bigger. We can change the ratio here. That's the speed or the rate at which the things increase in size. So here's a ratio of 1.4, which looks great on desktop, but maybe on phone, we don't want those headings to be so big, so we can choose a smaller ratio on mobile, right? And now we have responsive typography, 16 pixels for the smallest size, no matter what device you're on, but the headings scale based on your device. Maybe on tablet, we want like 1.3 ratio, and then here we want like 1.25 ratio. And in like 5 clicks, we've built beautiful responsive typography styles. And of course, these take effect everywhere. These take effect in WooCommerce. These take effect for your headings, H1 through H6, your body text, everything. Very easy to get a consistent look. We have advanced options for all the different headings. Watch the video on the website for more details on the global settings and WooCommerce. We have forms in Breakdance. So this is built using the form builder element. We have login form, sign up form. You can do email capture, contact. Your form fields, we have global styles for those as well. So maybe we want to do, say, a 1 pixel solid black background on those form fields. Right, let's see how it was by default. It's light gray. Let's Command Z that, black background, maybe we want no radius. And now all of our form fields are like this. Our form, our checkout form, our contact form, all from one place. We have global styles for specific parts of WooCommerce too, like your shop page. You probably want to customize the styles of that sale badge. So you can go into global settings, WooCommerce, and you can style your sale badge. Let's do sale badge. Let's say we want to make this purple. We can do that. Maybe we want to make it blue. Yeah, I like purple. Matches the rest of the brand. We can change radius. Let's go no radius on that. We can, globally style product images, ratings, widgets, wrappers, tables, products list. How many do we want per row? Do we want to include the image, the title, the price? Do we not want the button? Do we want to include categories or a rating? You can do it all. It's like a very powerful WooCommerce theme, but combined with a visual builder. Now let's take a look at building a WooCommerce page manually from the element. So I'm just going to cancel all my changes here and leave, and then go back into Breakdance. So I'll go to the WordPress admin, go to Breakdance, templates, and here I'm going to go add template. And this is going to create a template that applies to all of my WooCommerce single products. Single product, let's edit this in Breakdance. And here I can design a WooCommerce single product template. So let's add a section to the page. We'll just drag that on. Let's add a product builder, or you can see all of the WooCommerce elements in WooCommerce here. Whoops, I don't want a mini cart. It's a cool element, but I don't want it. I want a product builder. Let's do product builder. And now we can build a custom product. It comes preloaded by default with product images, title, rating, meta, tabs. But you can do whatever you want. You can style these individually if you want. We've got great styling options for all of them. Let's make that button fill the container. We can customize the inputs if we want. If we didn't want to use the global styles, we could style them all individually right here. We could add elements here. Maybe we want to add some kind of special offer text. So we could say, hey, special offer text. And then we could go style that up if we wanted. Advanced wrapper. We could give it a little background. We could change that text color. We could add some padding. Now we've added some, custom stuff to WooCommerce template. Or you can just use the defaults. That is a bug. It's an alpha. We will address that. That is a lot of stars. Let me show you the form builder. So let's exit, not save this one, and let's just make a new page. Call this form demo. Close out the Gutenberg nonsense, and edit with Breakdance. And let's go ahead and add form. We've got form builder, login form, register form, forgot password, search, comments. Let's do a form builder. And with form builder, you can add whatever fields you want to your form. I'll clear the defaults out, and I'll add in a text field for name. I will add in a text area for a message. I will add in some check boxes. You can add some options. Say, do you want fries with that? Yes. I guess this really should be a radio, right? Let's do a radio. Do you want fries with that? Yes. And no. We could select yes by default. We got a bunch of field types. We've got text, email, URL, phone number, select, multi-select, numbers, dates, passwords, hidden fields, HTML, everything you can need. Form actions integrates with MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, Drip, etc., etc., etc. So just check the box, put in your API key, and it'll send your form data into your ActiveCampaign account, or really whatever you want to integrate with. And it supports webhooks too, so you can integrate with Zapier. Anyway, I don't want to let this video run too long, so go to breakdance.com and take a look at what we have to offer. You can get the alpha for free, or if you go to features, you can read more about WooCommerce, our elements, full site editing functionality, the drag and drop menu builder, the form builder, the design library, which is coming soon, performance and SEO. We have dynamic data, we have display conditions for elements, more details on global styles, more details on the UI, or just a big list of all the features. Let us know what you think. This is Breakdance. We hope you like it. Thank you very much for watching.